Are you sick and tired of gambling your hard-earned money on Madden packs? Look no further than my sponsor, MMOEXP, for the cheapest and most reliable MUT coins on the market. And don't forget to use code Ferdy at checkout for 5% off. What's going on, guys? Today we are talking the best cards right now in Madden 24 Ultimate Team. One thing to keep in mind is I'm recording this before the mystery promo on Thursday. I'm also recording this before any weekly wildcards have been revealed. But most likely it's weekly wildcards that usually aren't top end, so I'm sure there won't be a card that should be in the video that was revealed on Wednesday. I'm hoping not. But either way, we're going to fill out this whole lineup. And don't worry, for those who want justice for the offensive linemen, I will talk about and cover the offensive line in today's video. Don't worry. But before we get started, if you are new here, hit the subscribe button, turn on those notifications. 63% of you guys who watch the videos are actually not subscribed. So most likely that's you right now. Head down there, hit the subscribe button, turn on those notifications. And we'll be live tonight over on Twitch at 8 p.m. Eastern. I better see you there. Okay, so let's get started with the defense. We'll get started over on defense. Let's get started with our right ends, our defensive tackles, left ends. We'll get started there today. I think, without question, Aaron Donald is the best right end in the game right now. The ability stack is just crazy on the card, pretty much golden ticket-like, and of course, he also has special X factors. With it being Aaron Donald having perfect traits, perfect abilities, perfect speed, all that good stuff, this one's a no-brainer. Aaron Donald might be a top 3 card in the game in general, to be honest with you. So right now, we got Aaron Donald. At defensive tackle, I got 2 names. Harrison Phillips with Colossus will be my first name. And the second name is going to be William Perry, the Fridge card. I think both these cards, both LTD defensive tackles, both get crazy abilities. Both are kind of, Fridge doesn't get the same kind of pass rush abilities to me that Harrison Phillips gets. Like being able to get Colossus and then have it on for the whole game after 9 plays is broken. I will say Perry has the better stats, but Colossus is the better ability. Although if you can find a way to utilize the momentum shift ability pretty well, it makes his card pretty worth using. So those are my defensive tackles right here, Harrison Phillips or the Fridge. At left end, I am going to go with a man who's been in the game for a long time, and that is still George Karlaftis with the Colossus X Factor. Obviously, if you can't run the X Factor, I like really anybody as long as you check traits and speed. I mean, there isn't like a crazy, did I say left tackle? Left end. There's like a crazy left end. I think I said left tackle, but left end. There are some options, but Karlaftis with the Colossus ability and all that good stuff, he's pretty much a lock. And even Matabuke is still pretty good with the unstoppable force, things like that. So those are your defensive tackles and right ends. Let's go to the linebackers. At linebacker now, obviously McAfee's gonna make it while I'm recording this, and tomorrow I think it's gonna end on Thursday. As far as when McAfee's going to get boosted down, but for now, he's got to be mentioned. But let's mention 3 other guys that I really like. The first one's going to be Patrick Willis. Patrick Willis can also be a very good edge rusher in 6-1 if you have room for an X Factor. He does get Colossus as well. Be able to get Colossus on a card like Patrick Willis, who also has pretty good pass rush stats and perfect traits, is pretty crazy. So, yeah, Patrick Willis, yeah, I think he definitely makes it, and can be a good user as well. We also got Fred Warner with, of course, the free Lurk Artist and the free mid-zone KO. And I think one of the best users still in this game is Isaiah Simmons. Although he doesn't get mid-zone for free, he does get Lurk Artist for free with his build. The card is obviously, pretty crazy. So those are your 4 linebackers right now. Once McAfee's done, then you can move everyone kind of up a spot to me. And I think Warner and Simmons are probably better users than Willis, but I like Willis's versatility as a pass rusher as well. To me, that kind of makes him that much better. I'm going to left outside linebacker. This one's a no-brainer. It's going to be Ted Hendricks. This guy can pretty much do whatever you need him to do. Like, rush the passer fairly well. He's got 2 or 3 traits. The only problem is he doesn't get man coverage, but over 90 in both finesse and power moves. Some pure pass rushers don't even get that right there. But as a user, he's going to be crazy. Does get Lurk Artist for free. Medium route for free, too. I guess you can maybe set that up in a way where you're going to be able to get KOs when you're usering if you man up somebody. But, run stopper, goal line stuff for free. It would have been nice to see him get mid-zone, but a 6'7" user that can rush the passer, can drop out in the coverage, can be a 6'1" demon on the edge. Yeah, Ted Hendricks is crazy. Okay, Ted Hendricks is crazy. And as far as more of a pass rusher goes, Brian Arabco, a card that I've overlooked in the past. I think I forgot to put him in the last best at each position video. But Brian Arabco with Colossus, good off the edge, although the stats aren't great. At right outside linebacker, I'm going to go to Marcus Ware. Perfect traits, perfect stats. The card is just a monster with good abilities as well. And for a guy that you can kind of drop into coverage and also rush the passer pretty well, I'm going to go with Bo Jackson. 98 speed, but can be a dropout user kind of situation for you at right outside linebacker. So those are your linebackers. Those are your pass rushers. let's get over to our DBs. Okay, with the free safeties, I think my favorite right now would have to be Justin Simmons. I think just because of the reinforcement and someone that does need their safeties to kind of be able to do both, which is playing man and zone. Sometimes I really do like Justin Simmons because of his stats, and also he does get like an inside shade, but you also could go deep zone KO pick artist or inside, you can do whatever you want with the card really. For me, I go inside shade pick artist with reinforcement because I already have that deep KO with reinforcement whenever it's on. But if you're someone that doesn't want to use the X Factor, he does get deep zone pick artist with his build and still good ability or good X Factor flexibility. I think Justin Simmons should be here. Some other names that people will probably say is like Ed Reed. I just don't like his speed that much, although he is able to get the deep zone, mid zone combo, which I know people do really like. But he's probably like an honorable mention to me, but I do think our second guy is going to be, where is he? Jeremy Chin. I like his size. I like his stats, probably the best. I mean, 6'3" with these stats, and also doesn't get an X Factor, but does get deep zone pick artist for free, which is really what you're looking for in a safety. So we're going to go Justin Simmons and Jeremy Chin at free safety. For strong safety, things do get a little bit more complicated. I'm going to go Kyle Hamilton here. I'm able to get deep zone and pick artist for free, and he's tall, and he gets all 32 team chems, and he's got great speed. So Hamilton to me is probably the best safety in the game right now. And as our second strong safety, I could go Derwin, I could go Cam Chancellor, I could even probably go with Jair Brown. There are definitely options here. I'm going to go with Derwin, though. I think Derwin gets a pretty good... it's tough to say. I would probably go Derwin. I'd probably go Derwin. 6'2", can play man, can play zone, and of course is ganky, so we'll get a bunch of different abilities that'll most likely fit your play style. So yeah, I'm going to go with that for strong safety. At cornerback, I'm going to try to pick 2 zone guys and 2 man guys, and then 1 like wild card guy that can kind of do both. So for a wild card guy that can kind of do both, I'm going to go with Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders gets good abilities for what he is, and that's a guy that can do. That's a guy that can do both. He does get, by the way, return man pretty big, which is pretty cool for some Ultimate Legends. Hopefully, we see that more often. But having a good mix of man and zone abilities, like you can give him the Ed Reed setup if you wanted to, deep zone, mid zone if you're playing him in that kind of scheme, or you can go, if you're playing man, you can go deep route pick artist or deep route medium route or deep route short route. It's up to you what you want to do. I think Deion's a really good flexible card regardless if you're playing man or zone. He's just really solid and a card I recommend. Let's go zone. Yeah, we'll go with the zone guy. I think I'm going to go Peanut Tillman here. Peanut Tillman, zone guy, but the main reason why I like Peanut Tillman so much, I guess I'm also going to try to get like a guy who can kind of stop the run here. That's what Peanut Tillman is to me. A good zone ability, is able to get deep out zone and pick artists, which is what's popular for a corner, but also can get universal coverage, as is AKA, and also is a very good run stopper for a cornerback. Like at this point of the year, we don't have many amazing run stoppers, so Peanut Tillman being as good as a run stopper is really, really nice. The speed could be better, the acceleration could be better, but honestly, this card plays great for me. And I love his ability to stop the run. Like, really, I do. He goes crazy. So we're going to go Peanut Tillman there. And then cornerback 2, we're going to go with Brian Branch. Obviously, he's a stud here. Brian Branch, he's a cornerback. I thought he was going to be a safety, but he's a corner. 99 speed, 98 acceleration, man zone, can kind of do it all. And, of course, does get your beautiful deep zone pick artist. So for these zone guys out there you go. For the man guys as well, a little bit of love. Deep zone short route if you want to do that. Not a bad setup, honestly, for man-to-man. Especially like in the slot or something like that. I don't hate it. Cornerback 3 is going to be Tariq Woolen. You find him right there, Tariq Woolen. Of course, the man does get reinforcement. The man gets, basically zone abilities that you want, deep zone pick artist, and he's 6'4" with 98 speed, which is basically 99 speed. I believe the Combine Strat card is still working, so basically 99 speed. And you could also go universal coverage or reinforcement as well if you want to play man or something like that and still want those KOs. And finally, I'm gonna go Denzel Ward. I'm not saying these are in order or anything like that. I didn't order them, but Denzel Ward's our last for the man-to-man guys. And this card plays really good for me. I used him literally yesterday, and he had like 3 interceptions in man-to-man, which is crazy. Also does have some justice for zone guys, or if you want to play him in the slot, like deep route, mid zone's nice, or deep route pick artist. I believe I had deep route pick artist on him, which is a pretty good setup right there. And then you also do get the X factors like universal coverage or Enforcer Supreme, which gives him good hit sticks. Unfortunately, though, his run stop stats aren't crazy. I mean, they're actually pretty good, but the block shed impact block isn't great. But Enforcer Supreme is definitely interesting. Would I waste an X factor on it? Probably not, but it is a pretty cool idea. So Denzel Ward, good speed, good size. He plays great. So there's Denzel Ward, and that is the defense. Yeah, that's the defense. Let's head over to the offense. Actually, we'll do quick special teams. It's gonna be Prater, and it's gonna be Scottish Hammer. You just want to go off the best stats and accuracy, and those are the guys that are the 2 best at it right now. But let's talk offense. All right, let's end with quarterback. We'll get started with the left tackles and guys like that. So left tackle, It really comes down to what abilities you really like. To me, I think it's got to be Whitworth. I really do. Whitworth, to me, like, these stats are crazy. At his size, too, and being able to get Identifier for free is kind of what I really like, and you can even go Secure Protector as well. I like Identifier a lot, though. Identifier is a very underrated ability, and being able to get that for free, to me, is a big plus. Next up, Kevin Dotson. All 32 team chems can fit any team with good stats, too. Center, Jason Kelsey. Obviously, the abilities on him are crazy. Is he worth his price tag? Hell no. Like, please sell him if you have him. If I had a secondary option, I would probably go Dexter Lawrence. Does get some pretty good abilities as a Genki Force LTD, so I probably would say him. Even his price is steep, but at least it's not $3 million. Like, if you have Kelsey, I don't care if you're the biggest Eagles fan of all time, you gotta sell. You just gotta sell. It's a center. If it was a quarterback that would, like, retire, if it was like a Brady tribute and you love Tom Brady, sure, but it's a center, man. We're talking about a center here. Okay, for our right guard, I don't love a lot of these guys. Like, I don't like Larry Allen because he's slow, but I would probably go Chris Lindstrom if I had to pick one. It would probably be Chris Lindstrom. And then for our right tackle, I'm going to go Owenu because he does get all 32 team chems as well as some good 0 MP ability. So there you go. There's the offensive line. Those who said I didn't mention the offensive line in the last video, that one's for you guys right there. Tight end. I'm between two guys. I do think Musgrave's actually one of the best tight ends in the game right now. If you look at, like, his speed and his size, and even the abilities are pretty good on this card. He's able to get red zone threat and matchup nightmare, red zone threat, and apprentice, or even I would probably just say red zone threat. Red zone threat to me is really good with matchup nightmare, which is going to make him run better routes and things like that. So for free, but good run blocking, good pass catching, good as a ball carrier as well. Unfortunately, he's going to have that slow juke animation, but still is a very good card. Next up, I want to go Travis Kelsey. To me, he moves well, he runs routes well, gets good abilities as well, and does get Yakum up too. So that's my second tight end. And for my third tight end, I am going to go with a Vanguard tight end. And you got to go Bo Jackson for the Vanguard guy. Just so fast. You could go Heath Miller. There's other options there too. But I think we got a Vanguard tight end. We got a good pass catcher tight end, and, with good movement and yak him up. And then we also got Luke Musgrave, who's kind of a do-it-both guy. That doesn't really get any good X factors, but still good abilities, good size. He's just really solid. Honorable mention would be Dalton Schultz as well. I like his 0 AP ability setup, and also the fact he gets all 32 team chems to me is really nice as well. So you have some good tight end options right now in the game. Honestly, this has probably been the best year for tight ends as far as versatility. Not versatility, but what's what I'm thinking of? Variety. It's been a good year for that. Running back, Bo Jackson. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. No question. Bo Jackson's the best running back in the game. I would not listen to any other debate. I would probably listen to any other debate for any other position, but Bo Jackson to me is the clear-cut one. It's not close. At quarterback, so we have two options here. Bo Jackson, quarterback. I said I was going to save quarterback for the last, but I guess I'm not. Bo Jackson, quarterback. I think, it didn't even work. Okay, I'll just type in Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson, quarterback, to me fits the most play styles. He's easy to use. He's a great card. All you got to do is cover up that throw under pressure. You have the best release in the game. You have all the abilities you need. You can run the football. You can roll out. You have the best release. I know I said that twice, but it really is the best release. So that to me makes Bo Jackson the best. If you're someone that is good at Madden, you're confident in your pocket presence, you're confident in your skills, Peyton Manning is crazy. They updated these cards, if you guys didn't know. I personally missed it. But they updated these cards where now if you have both Mannings in the lineup, first of all, you're able to get them plus 10 speed potentially. So an 83 speed Peyton Manning, right? Which is crazy. And even, 86 acceleration is pretty good too. He's a good size. Slinger 3 is not a bad release by any means. Now you obviously have crazy accuracy stats as well, but it's the abilities. They gave them an extra ability slot. If you want to rely on the AKA X Factor, you're able to save some AP, but you can run these guys however you want. It's pretty much a golden ticket setup. If you want to go hot route master, gunslinger, set feet with gift wrap, that right there, it's just a 3 AP setup. And you can put Omaha on them too. So you have Omaha, set feet, gunslinger, hot route, which is crazy. Or even if you want to go with fearless, hot route, set feet, gunslinger, you're still only at, 5 AP? And then you have an X Factor too. Or you can go tactician, where you can go, tactician doesn't make much sense on Peyton because he does get hot route master. You probably would go fearless, gunslinger, set feet, tactician for 4 AP. So the setups on these cards are crazy. You can do whatever you want with them. There's whatever fits your style, whatever you want to do. If you want to run a Vanguard tight end, angry runs, and a yak 'em up, and you don't have room for a X Factor on your quarterback, then Peyton's going to be a demon because he gets all the good abilities for cheap as well. But only problem is he's a bit of a cone. Even when he's boosted, 83 speed isn't great, but his release is good enough. It's quite quick down the field, slow on checkdowns. But if you're confident enough where you can play from the pocket, Peyton Manning to me is simply a no-brainer. Going to fullback, quick one here, Christian Okoye. A wide receiver, I have some different opinions than most people at wide receiver, but I think Carmichael should be on here. I don't think he's like number one, but he's the first thing that comes to mind and should be on here. I got Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think he deserves to be somewhere in here. I think his abilities make him really good. Also, his size is great too. He doesn't get a special X factor, but I do still think you got to have receivers that are good without X factors. Like Carmichael's going to be great for you without an X factor. The lack of Yakima does hurt the card, but I think his size, I think his abilities are also really good getting route tech and jukebox or slot apprentice, depending on what you want to do there. Is really, really nice. The card plays well. He's good after the catch. He's been amazing for me with 98 speed. And all you got to do is, if you got 3 AKA cruise cards with 2X chems, 99 speed, easy. That's what I've done on my team. Next up, another guy I like without an X factor. There's 2 guys I'm kind of between here, Keenan Allen or Nico Collins. I like them both a lot. I really do. If I had to pick one, to me, Keenan does get the better abilities, but also you gotta remember that Nico's 6'4", so I like them both. I maybe I'll keep Nico. Yeah, we'll keep Nico here. We'll put him down here at this 5 spot. I think Keenan Allen should be mentioned. He's able to get route tech and red zone threat for 0 AP as a non-X factor cards. We have 4 non-X factor wide receivers. I can't talk, but I think the last one has to be Darius Hayward-Bay. To me, that one's pretty much a no-brainer. Or it could be, I do think Andre Reed or Michael Irvin, they do get worse abilities than Darius Hayward-Bay. But I think I gotta say Darius. Darius is probably my favorite card in the game right now still. Being able to get Yakum up for those RPOs, being able to even get, route technician and evasive, which makes him even better after the catch. Or you can obviously pick wide receiver apprentice too. You have options with Darius Hayward-Bay with a good build and good size. So to me, those are my top wide receivers in the game right now. Obviously, Demarius plays good for me. I don't love his abilities too much. Mike Evans on the theme team's great too. Mike Irvin's great with Yakum up. Even Yak, Andre Reed's great. There are good options, but to me, these are my top 5 wide receivers, and these are the best cards in the game at each position right now in Madden 20 for Ultimate Team. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. Let me know who should be on here, who shouldn't be on here. Let me know down in the comment section. And of course, as always, thank you for watching today's video, and I will see you boys in the next one.